So this week I thought I'd show you what a typical wheelchair tennis session looks like for me. This is my private lesson that I have once a week with my coach Joel, who's on the other side of the net. I've found that you get a lot more out of a private lesson or working one-on-one because you can really dial in and work on things in a more detailed way than if you were just in a group lesson or something. So as you can see, we're just warming up in the service boxes at the moment, just doing some mini tennis. We usually start every lesson like this just to warm up a bit and get yourself moving. After we've done that for a little bit, we'll move back to the baseline and start hitting some full court shots. Again, this is still just a warm up, so just trying to get a feel for the ball and get things moving before getting into some drills. You'll notice I mainly hit forehands during this warm up, and I think that's because I'm more comfortable with that, at least with my shoulder when I'm not completely warm yet. The topspin backhand especially is something that I need to be warm for, otherwise it feels a little bit dodgy with my shoulder. So yeah, once I've warmed up a bit, I usually get into some of those, but just for now, just warming up the body with some forehands and the odd slice. It's a bit weird looking back at footage of yourself playing because it feels a lot faster in the moment than when you watch it back, in terms of moving the chair. So when I'm there, I don't think I'm moving too badly, but when you look back at it, it's a bit... Here's a good example of me waiting too long to turn the chair. So I saw where the ball was going and I didn't react fast enough, so I kept drifting in the wrong direction, which gives you no time to actually get to the ball. And because I'm not particularly quick in the chair, I need all the time I can get, so that was a mistake on the chair. I also noticed that I lost a lot of points like that in that way at the tournament I played a couple of months ago. I'd sort of just turned the wrong way and they'd hit it into space. So that's something I'm trying to actively think about. And I think it's getting better, but yeah, that was just an example that I still do it. So after we've warmed up a bit, we just have a quick chat about what the plan is for the session and have a quick drink. For this one, because I'm playing a couple of tournaments in not very long, it was pretty much all point play and, you know, trying to use my serve to do things. So we warmed up some serves. Joel would tell me where to serve it and I'd do my best to try to send it there. There's one particular serve that I need to avoid and it's one that one there, that it kind of goes straight into the opponent's forehand if they're a righty. So I'm essentially just serving it up for the opponent to hit one back for a winner. But yeah, I did a couple of serves and then a shot after that, and then we got into some points. So this is really the best way to see how I'll go in a match, because, you know, this is what you do. You can hit balls all day long, but if you don't play points like you will on the day, it's hard to gauge how you'll actually play. Because I found out that I play quite differently when it's actually a point situation. As you just saw then, I do tend to be a little bit casual in my chair movement. It's something I need to change mindset wise. I need to push a little bit harder. I then did a couple of second serves just to practice those. And then that serve right there is the one I was talking about before, where Joel can just smack it back and I can't really do a whole lot about it. So if I'm going to serve to the forehand side, I need to do it with a bit more angle, or at the very least a bit more pace, just to avoid those cheap points. That was one of the only backhands I really hit that went in, so yeah, I'm trying to work on my backhand as much as I can. It is a bit of a weird shot coming from able-bodied tennis where I had a two-handed backhand. Doing that sort of reverse, weird inverted backhand with one hand is a little bit strange, but I guess you get used to it. You'll notice that I try to drop shot all the time. Oh, it was a shaky volley. And I think that's just something I've always done. Oh, me turning the wrong way again. And that's just something I've always done, even playing as a kid. I always try to be a bit cheeky with all the drop shots, and you know, I'd say it's about a 50-50 chance that they work, but you know, it's good fun. So then we had another drink break and got back into serving on the ad side. Something that I haven't had heaps of in the past is a flat serve. Just with the way my shoulder moves, or you know, the amount of muscle I have in there, which is not heaps, I haven't been able to get a whole lot of power. So that's something that I've sort of worked out recently, how to hit it a little bit flatter to sort of mix up my first serve. What I really like about Joel's approach when coaching is that it's always about how it relates back to match play. So say he's feeding some balls in a drill, he'll sort of mix them up randomly, because you're never going to get the same ball every time when you're playing. Picked up the balls, then I said in my last video that I'd need to stretch after tennis, so here's me doing that. It's probably not the best stretching routine in the world, but probably better than nothing. Thanks for watching, and see you next week. Bye.